Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in. So I created this look. It's a cut crease. It's a lot softer. So this goes a little more like, you could use this as an everyday because it is soft. You know, it's not so much like going out or like out at an event or something. But if you like the soft with the bold lip, I decided to go with this kind of pinkish, corally color. You can't really see it on the TV. Sorry, I had an itch. Okay, so but yeah, if you guys want to see how I got this look, I did a step-by-step so you guys will be able to watch it. I did use a different technique today. I did my eyes first and then I did my face. So if you guys want to see how that turned out, you know, maybe that's something that I could help you guys out achieve it, because I know a lot of us sometimes have fallouts with the eyeshadows and we do not want the fallout after we did our face. So there's two ways of going about it, you know. There's not a right or a wrong way. It's just whatever you prefer. Okay, so anywho, if you guys want to keep watching and see how I got this look, please tune in. Thank you. Have a good day. Hey guys, okay, so start off, I'm going to use this Pond's moisturizing, and this is for like really dry skin. For some reason, this weather's just been really bad on my skin, and I just been really packing this down, so it's been helping my skin a lot. Trust me, it really works really well. So I'm just getting it all over, and then I'm moving on to primer with my favorite primer, which is MAC from Prep and Prime. I really like this primer. Like I said before, it kind of has like some kind of shimmer to it, but you can't see it. So once you put on your makeup and everything, you just get this really nice glow. Now moving on to eyes. You can see I'm having a little trouble trying to open this, but it's the primer and it's from Urban Decay, and it's their original one. Well, this one's not the original. This is like for like anti-wrinkling and I don't know what, but it works as good. It's just as good. Now moving on to eyebrows, I went and did one of my eyebrows because it does take me quite some time, but what I like to do is I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow and Color Chocolate, and what I do is pretty much like outline the eyebrow, and then I just kind of feather the rest of the product in there and, you know, just kind of work it out. Now into eyes, I'm using this Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow from the Amrazi palette, and it's the color Caramel, and it's one of my favorite eyeshadows to use. What the heck? I have something in my eye, I guess. But I really like to use this one as a transition color. What this really does is it helps to just blend everything. And then also, what I like about this is it's so close to my skin color. I mean, it's a little more red tone than it should be on my skin color, but it just kind of lets everything kind of flow together. So if I put a dark color and then I use this to go back and blend it in, it kind of fades into my skin color. So that's what you want to look for a transition color. Okay, so right here, I'm just kind of starting to carve out just the cut crease, and I'm using the color Morocco from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette as well. And I'm just kind of going a little bit on top of my natural crease line. Yeah, that's what I want. And so it's going a little bit, and I'm just kind of carving it in little by little, and just, you know, giving it and emphasize on that. And now I'm going with the deeper shade, doing the same motion and just kind of just, you know, tapping it in slowly. This is kind of a hard technique to do sometimes. If you don't know how to do it, practice makes perfection. I am not perfect at it. As you can see, I kind of like to do neutral colors at first, but it is really cool. It's a really cool technique to do, so just slowly. Then I'm using another brush and kind of just blending it all in so it just doesn't look as stiff as, you know, sometimes it might tend to do. Now I'm going with the Laura Pro palette in the color Buff, and what I'm doing is I'm putting this all over my lid. I like using light colors. You can use any color you want. I preferably like to use a lighter color. This really emphasizes on that line, and what it does, it just really cleans the whole lid out. So in case you didn't do like a straight cut line, cut crease line, this kind of helps you to clean that up and make it look nice and neat. So that's pretty much what I'm doing here right now. And I'm just packing it down because I just love how it looks like nice and clean. So I saw that I needed a little bit more in there, so I'm just kind of dabbing it in. And this is something that you guys can do, if something doesn't work out, just keep adding until you're happy with it. Now moving on to eyeliner. I love my Stila eyeliner. This is waterproof and it works amazing. This is my preference. I mean, there's so many good eyeliners out there, so use your favorite eyeliner for this technique. And I just like to kind of carve out my eye first and then do the wing later on. Oh man, so I messed up. I really messed up, and I don't know how many of you have had this happen where you're doing your eyeliner and it just does not go the way it's supposed to. Anyway, I had to do my eyeliner a little bit thicker than usual, but it's okay. I guess it just ended up working out, and I'm not really happy with it, but it's okay. Moving on to lashes, I'm just going to go ahead and curl them, and then I'm going to use my mascara from Maybelline, and I really love this mascara. This mascara is waterproof and it's perfect. I really like it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and leave my eyes alone for a little bit, and I'm gonna be using this Makeup Forever corrector, and it's that orange shade. So I have really dark circles, and I need that corrector. So what this does is just cancels out any darkness. And then I move on with my Pro Long Concealer from MAC Cosmetics, and I just put my concealer right on top of it. And you really want to blend this in. And if you haven't used this concealer, if you have, then you already know. But if you haven't, this concealer can dry out pretty quickly because it sets nicely. So you want to work it, one side at a time. You don't want to dab it wherever you want it and then work it. You want to work in sections, just so you get the best result out of it, and then you don't get those spots everywhere. And use your fingers. I love using my fingers to kind of dab it in. I put some around the nose just because that area, to me, I get like sometimes like redness around there, or it's just the area that I don't know, just take makeup off more. I don't know. I just like putting it there. And then I have some darkness around my mouth. I suffer from eczema. I have a lot of eczema, and while I was growing up, it was just around my lips. It was really, really bad. So I like to cover that up. So I'm using Makeup Forever HD foundation, and I'm mixing it with this Cover FX foundation. The foundation that I ended up getting from FX was way too dark. So and then when I got back from Mexico, I came in a little bit tanner, so my Makeup Forever was a little too light. So what I did right now is just kind of mix both of them, and that's what you can do. That's another good little tip. You can always mix your foundations. If you have one that's too light, you have one that's too dark, well, mix and match, and then you can end up getting the perfect shade for yourself. So, and I really like this. This one's oil free. It is really good for people who have very oily skin, so I really recommend that foundation. Now I'm moving on to highlight. I'm using the same palette from the Makeup Forever where all the correctors are at, and I'm just getting the lightest shade out of it and just having fun with it. And I'm putting it on the bridge of my nose, on my forehead, and right under my under eye. And then I'm getting my beauty blender and then just blending it all in. Just blending, and I'm just dabbing it in. And the way that you use a beauty blender is you want to make sure that you wet it. I like to use my MAC Fix Plus and just kind of baptize my beauty blender, and then squeeze it and make sure it gets like nice and big, and then start dabbing all over it. Now for my contour, I'm using the Red Blonde Color Stay 24/7 or 24 hours. Yeah, there you go. And I'm just using it to contour my face. I am pretty tan, but I just, I love to just carve out those areas that I think I need. So anywho, so I'm just using that, and I'm just doing it on my nose. and just yeah. Anywho, I kind of lost my chain of thought there. So I'm just blending it all in with this brush. This brush is from Elf, and it's one of my favorite brushes. Like a bristle. It's a bristle brush, and it has like the white tips. I don't know if you guys seen them, but they work really good, and I just like to use that to blend it. You can also use your beauty blender or your foundation brush. So that's pretty much it. Now I'm setting my under eye, and I'm using the Bandai banana, and I'm using it with my beauty blender. So what I did is I dipped it in there, and then I'm just dabbing it. I know it's kind of weird. It's a different technique, and what this does, it just really helps with the creasy. I don't know if it has something to do with the fact that like my beauty blender is wet, but it just really sets your eyes really nicely, and then the rest of your highlight as well. So just let it bake there, as some people use the term, and then it will all look nicely and no creasing allowed. So yeah, just moving on now to bronzing. So now I'm just getting a little bronzer, just bronzing me up. I know, getting darker than I already am. And then I'm just taking that off, just what I put under my eyes. Alright, now moving on to blush. I'm using this Milani blush. I don't remember right now what name it is, but it's really pretty. It has like a peachy tone to it, and I just love how it looks, and it's like very highlighting. I don't know, it's just when the sun hits it or the light hits it, I just love how it looks. So I'm just really packing that down. Now moving on to highlighter. I'm using the Becca Opal highlighter, and I'm just putting it on the high cheeks of my bones, and this is one of my favorite highlighters. It's just so pretty. Look at that. Ooh, yeah. Now moving on to lashes, I put some, I think I want to be a rock star now. Nope, no I don't. Okay, so I am blowing my eyelashes because I put a little bit of glue, so sometimes you have to wait so it dries. And once you put the glue, this is one tip you want to try. You don't want to put it right away into your eyes. It kind of has to have like that tacky feeling to it in order to start sticking into your eye. So, or not into your eye, but you know, on top of your lashes. So that's what I was doing, and now I'm just doing my bottom lashes, and I'm just kind of the same colors that I use on top, which was caramel, Morocco, and then I forgot what other one, but I'm just putting everything all together, and I'm but man, I can't talk today. So I'm doing the same thing that I did on my lids. So I'm using the same colors and just kind of smoking it out. And then I'm using that buff, and I'm using, I believe it's called Vanilla. Yeah, I think so. And I'm just putting that on the teardrop, my eye, and just it gives me that nice highlight, and it helps my eye to just open up rather it look, so dark and closed, and it just opens up my eyes really pretty. Putting some mascara for my bottom lashes. And now moving on to lips, I'm putting my lip insurance. I know, funny name. I love that name. Lip insurance. That means it's a primer, and it's just gonna ensure that my lipstick or my lip color does not move. So I'm using this NYX, and it's on color Natural, and I'm just kind of lining my lips a little bit, so my lips look a little even. we go. Now moving on to this soft matte color from YX. It's kind of like a, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it has like a coral tint to it. It's like pinkish corally, so it's really pretty. But anywho, there you guys have it. I hope you guys liked this video. Please let me know on your comments what you think of it. If you have any tips or suggestions, or if you guys would like to see any other type of videos. Alright, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.
Flux.